Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going back in time to the ring of fire called Battlefield V Firestorm. Last week we received strong evidence of a new Battle Royale mod in Battlefield 6, which is not confirmed yet, but it's a great moment to look back at Firestorm, Battlefield's first and only try at Battle Royale. What was good about it? What went wrong, and what should Battlefield 6 learn from its success and failure? In this video we will talk about Firestorm's story, with some analysis, some memories, and maybe even a little bit of fun. Let's jump in. Firestorm was the Battlefield's take on the Battle Royale scene. It launched in March 2019 as a free update to Battlefield V, dropping 64 players onto a huge map in a fight to be the last squad standing. The map, however, was massive, the largest in Battlefield history, about 10 times bigger than Battlefield V's Hamada map, and a literal ring of firewood close is in a playable area shrunk, a classic battle royale with a Battlefield flavor. On paper, Firestorm had a lot going for it, a World War II setting, vehicles, yes, you could drive tanks in a battle royale game, and Battlefield's signature destruction, blowing up buildings for loot never gets old. But as exciting as that sounded to fans, Firestorm never caught on. To understand why, let's dig into the mod's biggest missteps. Firestorm didn't fail because one single mistake. It was a mix of many problems. Here are the main reasons why it didn't succeed. It was late to the party. Firestorm wasn't available when Battlefield V first launched. It came out 4 months later, in March 2019. But by that time, the Battle Royale trend was already huge. Fortnite and PUBG ruled in 2018, and EA had already released Apex Legends just a month before Firestorm. Many players had already moved on, and Firestorm didn't get the big launch boost that most Battle Royales need. Also, Battlefield V had a raw start, with bugs, balance issues, and unhappy fans, which didn't help. Paywall problems. Firestorm wasn't free. You had to buy Battlefield V about 50-60 at launch just to play it. That was a big issue, especially when Apex Legends and later Warzone were free to download. Most players didn't want to pay full price for a new and untested Battle Royale mod. This limited the number of people who even tried Firestorm. Slow and empty matches. Firestorm supported only 64 players, but the map Hellboy was massive, way too big for that number. This led to a long period of running without finding anyone, then suddenly get into a fight. It felt more like a hike-and sim than a battle royale. Matches were slow and often boring until the very end. And after a few months, the player count dropped so low that it could take 10 minutes just to find a full match. Clunky loot and inventory system. Looting in Firestorm was awkward. Items were scattered across the ground and were hard to pick up or manage. The inventory was confusing and took up too much screen space. Instead of being fast and simple like an Apex or Fortnite, managing your loot felt like fighting a mini-boss. This made the game feel even slower and more frustrating. No second chance. Firestorm was very punishing. If you died, you were done. No response, no second chance. Other games like Apex Legends and Warzone had revive systems or comeback mechanics like the Gulag. Firestorm had none. Dying early meant going back to the menu. Not fun, especially with a long queue times. That made many people leave matches early, which made the player count drop even more in the mid-game. Lack of post-launch support. The final blow was the poor support after release. Firestorm only had one map and barely received any updates. DICE and Criterion didn't add new content of mods. Even when they tried bringing back Duos mod, not enough people were playing, so they removed it again. Without new rewards or fresh content, players had no reason to return. All of these issues led to a vicious cycle: empty lobbies, slow gameplay, and frustrated players. Firestorm never built a strong community or had time to improve. Instead of becoming the Battlefield-style battle royale fans dreamed of, it ended up abandoned. In 2025, Firestorm is basically dead. If you try to play it today, in Battlefield V, you will probably wait forever to find a match. I tried, and it was a very empty experience. On PC, the servers are almost always empty. On console, you might find a match during peak hours if you're lucky or playing with a group of dedicated players. For most players, Firestorm is finished. It's just a shadow of what it used to be. It's a bit sad for Battlefield fans. Firestorm had real potential. The mix of Battlefield's big battles with Battle Royale sound amazing. There were some fun moments, like calling in a tank or destroying a building to push out enemies. Classic Battlefield. But those moments didn't happen often, and the game's design problems made people leave quickly. As I mentioned in the previous videos, there are rumors that EA and DICE might bring Battle Royale back in the next Battlefield game. Let's call it Battlefield 6 for now. Leaks and data mines from early tests suggest a mode where players drop into a combat zone and fight to be the last squad standing. Sounds familiar, right? But this time, DICE seems to be learning from Firestorm mistakes. The new Battle Royale will likely to be free-to-play, avoiding the paywall that hurt Firestorm and Hazard Zone. There might be also missions, objectives and more dynamic gameplay to keep matches fresh. Nothing is confirmed yet, but if we will have this mod in the final game, it could be a second chance for Battlefield's take on a Battle Royale. If DICE can mix Battlefield's best features, vehicles, destructions, big maps with a modern Battle Royale elements like fast pacing and a solid loot, they might finally get it right. Let's hope this new effort burns brighter than Firestorm ever did. And that's it, the story of Battlefield V Firestorm, and what we can learn from it. Firestorm was a big and bright idea. It had some amazing moments, like the fire closing in and the crazy tank fights, but in the end, it didn't get the support it needed. It came too late, didn't have updates, and didn't fully understand what players wanted. Now with Battlefield 6 coming soon and new Battle Royale rumors, we can only hope that DICE has learned from the past. Make it fun, smooth, and full of content. That's what we want. Firestorm had problems, yes, but it also has some great ideas. If DICE use the good part and fix the mistakes, maybe this time the Battle Royale will really work. But what do you think about it? Are you excited for a new Battlefield Battle Royale, or it's still not sure after Firestorm? Tell me in the comments. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more Battlefield videos and updates. Thank you for watching and see you on the battlefield.